Hello, this is Jake with Optimus Futures, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to place OCO orders in the Sierra chart platform. Now, there are a couple ways to go about this, but it's worth noting that if you do trade from a chart, you'll need to go into the settings and play around with a couple things. That being said, I'll first show you how to place an OCO order through a chart. So first up, we'll obviously need to open up a chart. I would suggest going through the top left-hand corner on the Find Symbol button and finding the contract you'd like to trade with. I'll select the June 2018 E-mini S&P 500, and I'll open up an intraday chart. So if we want to trade directly from the chart, we'll need to head up to the Trade tab, and then turn on Chart Trade Mode. Now that Chart Trade Mode is on, if you notice in the top left-hand corner of your screen, it'll be highlighted blue. And depending on where your cursor is on your screen, the current price of the contract will change. So wherever your cursor is, that is the current price action that you'll be able to trade on. And what I mean by that is now if you right click anywhere within your chart, you have the ability to choose a specific order type that you'd like to place a trade with. And you can also select the quantity. If you left click in the top left hand corner where it is highlighted blue, we can specify the amount of contracts or the quantity of contracts that we'd like to trade with that at one specific time. So now that I've covered some of the basic functions of chart trade mode, let me show you how to activate OCO orders through this trading method. If you'll notice, if you take a right click on anywhere in your chart, by default OCO orders will not be a default order type for this menu. As you can see, we have a bunch of different other order types, but no OCO orders. That being said, we'll need to go into the settings to activate OCO orders. So, if we head up to the Global Settings tab and scroll down to Customize Chart Trade menu, as you can see on the left-hand side of our menu, the available menu items, we have a whole bunch of different type of orders here that we can now activate so that when we are using chart trade mode and we right-click within our chart, we'll be able to choose these type of orders. So as you can see, as for OCO orders, there are buy OCO limit and stops, sell OCO limit and stops, OCO buy stops, sell stops, and a whole bunch of different other OCO orders. When you're scrolling through this menu, just make sure if you are looking for OCO, they will be labeled with OCO. There are different type of OCO orders here, but they all have the word OCO orders in them. Now, I'm not going to add every single OCO order here in my demo. I'm just going to be adding a couple, but the procedure remains the same. If you would like to add an OCO order, for when you right-click on your chart in Chart Trade mode, simply highlight the OCO method that you would like to add to your right-click. Once highlighted, click the Add button. Once again, highlight the OCO order that you would like to place, click Add. And I'll do it for two more just to show. So now that we have our 4 OCO order types here, we can click OK. And now you'll notice when we right click in our chart, when chart trade mode is activated, as you can see, the OCO orders are now within our menu. So now that we've activated OCO orders for chart trade mode, we can place an OCO order for ourselves. So as I mentioned before, depending on where your current crosshair is, that is where the current price action of the trade will be. So currently, as you can see, my crosshair is at 2734.25. You can also confirm that by looking in the top left, highlighted in blue. So if I right click here, we go into the different order types. Now, as I said, this will be for an OCO order, and for my demo, I'll show you a buy OCO limit and stop. So if we click this, the first leg of my OCO order is at the current price action that I right clicked at. And as you can see one more time, it tells you right here, it was a buy for an OCO order, limit stop. This leg of the OCO order is the limit, and it was placed at 2734.25. Now the remaining order follows my crosshair as I move up and down, and this will be a stop. So I can place it where I'd like on my chart, and I'll place it above my limit at 27.35. And as you can see, we get our confirmation here. We have an OCO limit and stop. Our limit is placed at 2734.25, and our stop is placed at 2735 with a quantity at 1. It's an open, and time in force is day, and it is on my simulation account. And if I click yes, our order will be confirmed. Now you can do confirmation by yourself. To confirm that your order was placed, you can go to the Trade tab and go down to Trade Activity Log. And as you can see here, this is a log of all the different trades that we have placed. If I go to my current time at 19:53 and scroll over to the right, we get a little bit of information here. As you can see, 2 orders were placed. They were both accepted. And this was 2 different orders. As you can see, it's a limit and a stop. These were both legs in my OCOs. And it gives me the price action of when the order was placed. If I scroll back down, my simulated order was accepted for both orders. And it was filled at the limit price. As you can see, it will give me a confirmation of the order type. And it also says that my other order was canceled. Well, that was obviously canceled because it is an OCO order. An order cancels the other. Depending on whether the order is placed or not, the other leg of the order will be canceled, and vice versa. So now that I've covered OCO orders through chart trade mode, I think there's one other method of OCO orders that it's worth mentioning. If you head back up to the Trade tab, and attach trade window to a chart, and scroll down to the order types down here, you'll notice, as I've already selected, we have different types of OCO orders here as well, and they are all activated by default. Now there are less OCO orders in this method, so if you are looking for a specific type of OCO order, you may need to go through chart trade mode, but for most people I think these will suffice. So if I do select one of these OCO orders, right here I have the limit leg for my OCO. I can select this drop down menu and manually select the price that I would like to trade with. And it's potentially more accurate because you can visually see the numbers rather than having to activate a crosshair and specifically select the price you'd like to trade at. We also have our stop leg here. We have the quantity and the time in force. So again, either method, it's really up to your personal preference. This may be a little bit easier for newcomers, but for those that do prefer to trade from a chart, the chart trade mode is your best option. Thanks for watching. If this video helped, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to give us a call or send us an email. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative content related to the futures market.